This is the 8th NCAA tournament meeting between Maryland and Virginia. 2019 quarterfinals, Virginia rallied back from a 5-goal fourth-quarter deficit. Ryan Conrad with some late heroics, but this game remembered for this play.
Shot off the post, you see the net ripple? They call this a goal, and well,
it was the game-tying goal.
You knew at the time that it wasn't, but it was on the scoreboard. And one of the reasons why Virginia was able to come back, they had 8 comebacks in 2019. In overtime, Matt Moore off a great skip pass to the weak side of the defense. On the championship weekend, the Cavs, the comeback Cavs in 19.
One of the worst calls that we have seen in the NCAA tournament. And talking to Kyle Long yesterday, he said, hey, we remember that. It was hard to see Virginia celebrate a national championship.
John Tillman has taken the high road.
He has.
He did then, he did this year when they were an undefeated 3 seed and had to go to Notre Dame. Maryland has been a great fourth-quarter team this season. They've found an extra gear. They've shown tremendous heart. They've been able to execute when they've been tired. We saw it against Notre Dame, down 3 in the fourth quarter. Look at the differential, bottom of your screen. They're a terrific fourth-quarter team. I thought Virginia limped to the finish line in their semifinal win.
Virginia did not score in the fourth quarter against North Carolina. Maryland rallied from 12-9 down against Notre Dame in the quarters. But one big factor here, Virginia has had more tight turnarounds than Maryland this season, and Virginia trains for this. They lift Sunday. Connor Schellenberger, a man on a mission. 4 goals, 2 assists. Another 6-point game for the redshirt freshman.
He's unbelievable. Unbelievable. He checks every single box. He plays in space. He hammers it from the outside. He rolls above goal line extended on the prior goal against Grills. So Grills playing that a little bit behind, anticipating another roll. Schellenberger feels the back pressure, shoots in front that time.
What Doc Sakin told us yesterday, look at him as a senior, even though he's a redshirt freshman. He carries himself like a senior. We look to him for answers. He's had every answer in this postseason.
The physical gifts, apparent, but the preparation, the film work. He keeps a notebook with detailed notes about defenders and schemes. This kid is all in.
Kaufman emerges with the ball out of the Tempest. There's a great line about the bullfighter in one of Hemingway's books. He says he's so young and so talented. He knew everything when he started. I've never seen him do an awkward thing, and he won't until he gets scared. And the payoff to that is he never gets scared. Bernhardt has the rebound in the 82nd shot clock. Snouskas has had the hot hand. Today, and that was a good look for DeMayo.
Playing loose too, isn't he? Big number 12 on the far side, the lefty.
Kyle Long one-handed, and this is going to be Virginia ball. Closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds. Merle trying to evade Fairman. We'll play it back to Kastner. 4-goal lead matches Virginia's largest of the game. Here's Kastner all the way. Kicked away. Aiken. Passed up along the range of shots. Virginia settles.
How about Kastner, huh? Upside on Kastner, Anish.
Stratosphere.
I was going to say Galaxy. 6'7", he can run, great high school basketball player.
Project 39. Tony Bennett has some interest in getting Kastner to play basketball. Bertrand offline, the backup by Schellenberger.
Bertrand, 41, so strong, left-handed. Got that body, lean in on you.
Schellenberger shaking Grill. He's been the best player on the field today. Schellenberger has his man hung up. Aviano creating traffic in front. Schellenberger probing. Grill out to greet him. A shot. And it comes back to Schellenberger. And a new shot clock. If it's saved by the goalie, if it hits the pipe, or if it goes in, you get a shot clock reset. And now this Maryland defense has to dig deep down 4. Clark, you get the sense this might be the possession.
You feel it. Both teams gassed, digging deep. The Sunday workouts for Virginia against the relentless approach of Terp Nation.
Matt Moore with a good look, and he scores! Virginia with its largest lead. It's 16-11.
Extended possessions. Wearing down the defense with body punches. Rode makes the stop on the one-handed shot. Looks like it glanced off his forehead.
Virginia's ball and Matt Moore has been so good in terms of understanding the offense. Schellenberger gets the rebound, and it leads to this here. When Virginia clicks at another level, Matt Moore comes to the party. Look at their offensive production when they explode. 5 in blue has such a big-time effect on this offense. You mentioned the 2-quarterback system. John Tillman knows it. Schellenberger, Moore, too much.
Matt Moore has had a decorated career, but it's been a bit of an up-and-down season. All up today. 3 goals, 2 assists. Cavs by 5. Virginia looks to close. Maryland looks to come back. Clark, let's start with Virginia. How do they close?
That's the closer right there. Packs a nasty punch. He's only about 5'8", tough as nails. From Rocky Point, Long Island, a football player who's won the biggest face-offs in the last 15 years for the University of Virginia. It's been Petey LaSalla. When you're up 5, that's the guy you want at the dot to ice this game.
If you're Maryland, it's about Jared Bernhardt, who's played his senior season with mental clarity. There are moments where John Tillman will just look at him and nod. Jared, now's one of those times.
Bernhardt scoreless in the second half. Weirman wins the face-off. And the ball in the cross of Jared Bernhardt. And Virginia with the backup. And mistake by Maryland. Off the timeout, they win the face-off. They give it right back to Virginia. Cavaliers today have shot lights out, 16 out of 34. Maryland creating chaos in the middle of the field. Geppert's got it. Can the Terps run? They give it to Bernhardt. DeMayo's been so clutch in his career for Maryland. Fairman down the alley, lefty shot. Another one, and Virginia just quicker. That time it's Koloji.
Anticipating runouts, the weak side defender at the goal line extended.
Rode had an empty net, thought about it. Somehow threads the pass. Moore couldn't handle it. It's knocked loose. McNaney out of the cage.
Got to give John Tillman and their staff credit for going to the 10-man ride, pulling the goalie and pressing early. Still 10 minutes to go.
We saw how much trouble Virginia had clearing in the 4th quarter against North Carolina. Bernhardt turbos toward the cage. Stephen Brown now, part of that second midfield. Led Colgate in scoring the last 4 years. Kyle Long, a factor early in this game. Looking for Wisnauskas. If he catches it, that's a goal. Instead, it's Virginia ball.
A little too much mustard. Let's see if Maryland rolls upfield in the 10-man. They do. The goal is empty. So this is man-to-man pressure all over the field.
Laviano's open. He comes back near the midfield line to make the catch. NCAA postseason coverage continues in Oklahoma City for the Women's College World Series. The action begins Thursday at noon on ESPN. For more information on all the NCAA championships, visit NCAA.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. Boston College beat Syracuse in the women's final yesterday. Charlotte North capping the season for the ages. Virginia. It hasn't been a linear path to get to this point. If they win, we'll wonder, how did they lose to Syracuse twice? They beat Carolina 2 times, including in the semis. Doc Aikens bouncer, save, big ground ball. Virginia's been quicker to the 50-50 balls. They get another one. And a timeout by Lars Tiffany before the shot. Tiffany sensing the importance of possession and time. A new shot clock, 8:10 to play in regulation.
This was a wicked bouncer. I do like the fact that Maryland is turning up the heat. They bring their 10-man ride to the table, gets them an extra possession. Long, just too much mustard, and Wisnauskas can't make the handle. Doc rings the bell. High bouncer kicking off this natural grass surface. Look at this. Ricochets off the post. Look at McNaney track that. You know, the Supermo is unbelievable because it kind of breaks the game down into little microseconds, and you can see the reactions of a goaltender.
Park, Virginia is shooting 16 out of 35 on Championship Monday. Do you remember the last time you've seen this kind of shooting performance?
You look at Virginia's shooting today, I think it's just been incredible. When you look at McNaney, on the afternoon he has 10 saves, but he hasn't let any soft goals in. The precision of the Cavaliers in regards to them shooting at the pipes and stinging corners, it's been amazing. I was just in the huddle for Virginia, and offensive coordinator Sean Kerwin just said it's all about 80-second possessions. They're up by 5 right now. They're going to milk some clock, and they have the perimeter speed-type athletes to do it with Doc Aiken and Jeff Connors and Connor Schellenberger.
You see the chemistry that this Cavalier team has. In a circle, hands on shoulders. I remember that first Thursday night game when lacrosse came back this spring. Who would have guessed that this team would still be leaning on one another at crunch time?
A journey unlike any other. An accomplishment this year to get to championship weekend. More talent in the game this year than ever before. To win a title this year, it means something. It wasn't just X's and O's and game planning. Building chemistry when you're not together virtually. So many coaches said lacrosse was the only thing that was normal this spring. The oasis. Schellenberger leading the clock. Precious second is ticking away from Maryland. Down 5 in the 4th. Schellenberger. Now Maryland Digs in. Virginia. Looks like they're going to go. Aiken plays it up top. Matt Moore's shot. That one hits Laviano. He's down.
Seeing Laviano. He took
Maryland
that,
upset. They stopped the play.
He took it right in between the helmet and the bottom of his neck.
Ooh, wow. We heard of the Maryland bench saying it was behind the play, but that was awfully scary. Laviano to the sideline, Maryland ball, 7:02 to go. Remember, in that 2019 quarterfinal, it was Virginia down 5 in the fourth quarter, and the Cavaliers rallied. Here's McNaney across the midfield line. He had a goal earlier this season. The road was in the cage. It was not going to happen there.
Bernhardt time. Number 1 in white's got to be a factor on this possession.
Bernhardt trying to get open. Kastner on DeMeo. Kastner all over DeMeo. The help from Connors. Wisnowskis. Top shelf and a flag. 5 for Logan Wisnowskis.
Quint, you can't paint it better. Look at the shot, man.
DeMeo was flirting with disaster. Dancing in a double team. He's cornered. He's down on the turf. Somehow eludes. And then liquid smoke to the top shelf as a flag flies. The door is open for the Terps.
The penalty on Virginia. So Maryland will go man up. First penalty on Virginia today. And now the Terps with an advantage facing off 6 on 5, 3 on 2 with the faceoffs. Faceoffs almost even. And Lasalo wins it for Virginia. He retreats. Errant pass. Bernhardt's got it. Feeding inside. Tomas! The pendulum swings.
It's the one more. Lars Tiffany feels a Terp run. A lot like Schellenberger earlier. Ground ball immediately into a pass. Jared Bernhardt senses some disarray. Petey LaSalle tries to get the ball back to his defensive zone. It's a quick scoop. Hits the crease man. Danny Moss cashes in.
A simple exchange proves costly. Down. Set.
LaSala and Weirman. LaSala lost his stick. Big ground ball. LaSala pops it into the air. Able to get it back. Now trapped near the sideline. Out of bounds, Maryland ball. And an avalanche of momentum behind the Terps. Less than 6 minutes to go. It's a 3-goal game. Oliver, the freshman, to Fairman! And the Terps close to 2.
The lack of a timeout hurting Virginia right now. They used it to save a possession earlier, but the momentum has swung, and they're down to 1 stoppage. You see that under Virginia. They only have 1 timeout left. This second midfield line has played super lacrosse in the playoffs. Poor defensive communication, Carter.
And Oliver is the future quarterback of the Terps. He's on the second midfield, but they want him behind because that's where he's lived his entire life. Trained by the great John Zilberti, Syracuse legend in Atlanta. So skilled, so fundamental, and finds the KG vet, Fairman.
Face-offs 18-15 in favor of Virginia. It doesn't tell the whole story. Some of these recent face-offs Virginia's won. Maryland has been able to gain possession afterwards. Weirman's got it.
Big hit by Scher, 17 from the wing. The Terp bench is on fire.
Foot on the gas for Maryland. They scored 3 goals in a minute. We told you they have had that big run in every game. A run of at least 5 straight goals. Not today. In the midst of a 3-0 run, Oliver against Saladay. John Tillman, a lot of trust in the freshman from Atlanta, number 4 in white, Eric Oliver. Fairman plays it to the wing. And this is wide.
Defense gets tired. The splits get narrowed. Virginia trying to pack it in. Maryland's ball movement will yield some mid-range shots.
Long, a gifted passer. Rode out of the cage. Bernhardt makes the catch. He goes down. It comes back to Long. Looking for Fairman. He can't hold on. Bubba able to get it back. Less than 20 to shoot. DeMeo down the alley. Back shot and a score! 4 straight by the Terps. And this is turning into a classic.
It's Tony time.
Wing play on the face-off. LaSala thinks he's in a good spot. He gets laid out. Turnover created by Scher, 17 in white.
Look at this move. Anthony DeMeo feels the Virginia defense closing the top side, middle of the field, so he dips it underneath. And a lot like that Notre Dame winger. Similar location on the field. He's so smooth, so crafty, with little room to operate.
Warriors got the grounder for Virginia. Can the Cavaliers clear and get an offensive possession? They had trouble in the 4th quarter against UNC. Peel goes down, a flag goes up. Sawstead's got it for UVA, plays it to the wing, a shot, and a score! The 4th goal for Matt Moore. A little room to breathe for Virginia.
This is something else. This is awesome. Ben Wayer's ground ball, running through traffic, securing the ball, and then finding an outlet. Flags down. It's a play on. Kate Sawstead comes up with it and dishes it. Look at the chaos that ensues.
Chaos reigns supreme for the Cavaliers. That was the word that we knew would have to be so profound if they would jump and celebrate and make another run at a national championship.
LaSala hounded by Weirman. And he gets it back to Rode. 3.5 left. 10-man ride by Maryland. Goalie out of the cage. Laviano over to Saladay. Jeff Connor, what a game he's had today. 3 goals and an assist. Former top 5 recruit. Has had some big games. Had 4 against North Carolina earlier this year.
Maryland's got some decisions to make here defensively. Do they stay at home and play it straight up? Do they extend in pressure? And if so, when? Shot clock, game clock, score.
Park, given what you've seen from Maryland at the face-off X today, I think you can play this straight up, can't you?
I think so, too. And you have to look at the last few weeks. Weirman has been clutch in big moments. Won the biggest face-off of the season on the road against Notre Dame. You play straight up. You put him into a late possession scenario.
Doc's Aiken, the 4th quarter. Doc's time, according to Lars Tiffany. Aiken turned away. Left hand, save, McNaney. Rebound to Makar. He goes down. Maryland is going man up. Smith is down, no flag. Still just the one on the field. So a man-up opportunity coming for Maryland. Less than 2 minutes to go in regulation. Terps got to get it across the midfield line if they are to clear. They just do. Kaufman is staring to that sideline.
It's a freebie here for Bernhardt with the flag down.
Bernhardt accelerates. Top side. An extra man opportunity for Maryland. Down 2. 96 seconds to go in regulation.
Blue, 35, hold, 30 seconds.
McNaney, top of his arc. Actually, he's out of the crease, resets at the last second. Takes that one off the chest.
Hey, you're gonna release two.
Here's the foul. Makar so strong. Taken down with a hold with possession.
6 on 5 for the next 30 seconds.
Grayson, you're ready to freaking sprint down and go get the ball, man.
Griffin Brown
Just tuck and run, man. You gotta
plays
go.
it to Fairman.
Oh,
1:20 to go. Maltz. Back up to Wisnauskas. 11 seconds left on the man up.
Yep, I got it. He's gonna sprint.
Wisnauskas as Virginia is back to even strength. Fairman shot blocked. Koloji paid the price. Maryland still has it. Less than a minute to go. Terps down 2. Wisnauskas, his shot blocked. It'll be Maryland ball. 42 seconds to go. And Lars Tiffany ran all the way out to the restraining area on the other side of the field to get the timeout call. This has been one of the most fun national championship games we've seen.
For Lars Tiffany, a late stand starts with defenders who are willing to pay the price. Look at him sell out on the perimeter to impact a shot. I mean, the courage, we've seen it from Virginia back in 2019 and today. Their approach is to get to the hands of shooters at the last second, to give their goalie any kind of advantage or throw the shot off the mark. Their closeouts, their physicality, their length, their reach.
Virginia goes over the defensive game plan. Maryland, Quint, needs 2 goals in 42 seconds.
But Jared Bernhardt's been your guy all season. Be shocked if he doesn't win the Tuaraton Trophy. He's got 5 points. He's been an instant double team creator all season long. I think that Bob Benson, their offensive coordinator, would have the ball on his stick. He'll draw the he'll draw the double. Now, if you're Virginia, are you going to play zone here? Or are you going to play man? They have a zone.
Kark.
Kind of run this way, right?
It's in the huddle, and Bobby Benson, the offensive coordinator, he knows that Virginia might throw a zone at them. If they go man, look for Bernhardt to start with the ball, and they'll set a pick in terms of getting him that long dodge where he's been so successful throughout the course of the year and his career. But if they're in the zone, Wisnauskas will be a key factor in terms of getting some pressure on this Virginia defense. He's been incredible, spraying it from downtown.
Bernhardt, predominant right-handed player. One thing we haven't seen from him today is a left-handed drive up the left side for that turn away, fade away jump shot right-handed. I think it's there if he wants it.
Here's Bernhardt. There's the pick. Bernhardt, left hand, Road, the save! Now Virginia's got it clear. They'll fire one downfield on Cage, whose ball? It'll belong to Maryland. 26 seconds to go. McNaney to Puglisi, less than 20 seconds. Molliver has long. DeMeo steps in and scores! They're not dead yet! Tony time!
Tell you, there's no quit in this group. A masterful, absolutely masterful clear by Maryland. They don't waste any time. Diagonal passes up the field. They continue to share it and not panic.
Bernhardt is on the wing of the faceoff, and a timeout by John Tillman. So before the timeout, Jared Bernhardt and Kyle Long, two short sticks on the faceoff wings. Maryland will need offense off the faceoff. Goals today. It ties the highest scoring NCAA championship game ever. 1975 was a good year for Maryland. Frank Urso and the Terps won a title that season. It was a long drought after that until 2017. Maryland broke through, beating Ohio State in the final. Virginia looking to keep the title in Charlottesville. Not quite back-to-back. We didn't have a champion last year, but last repeat champion Duke, 2013-2014. Park.
Down in the huddle, and John Tillman and staff preparing for this face-off. Jared Bernhardt will be on a wing. Kyle Long will be on a wing. All offense. Petey LaSalla, though, if you watch him, he's really comfortable in terms of putting it out in front. In this case, you would like to have a face-off guy, though, that could also kick it back in their defensive zone and burn some more clock. So they have both scenarios in terms of how they're crashing the wings with LaSalla in front and behind.
Grayson Saladay on the near side wing for Virginia. Jared Connors and Jared Bernhardt. The presumptive Tewaaraton winner and the midfielder of the year at the top of your screen. Wheerman punches it ahead, a chance for Maryland. Wheerman all the way, shoots, save, Road! Virginia's got it! The King's name remains a tower of strength. The crown stays with Virginia. host one of the greatest championship games ever played and one of the greatest endings on Championship Monday.
Luke Weirman still down on the turf, heroically pushing that face-off forward. But Alex Rode with the body stop. And this one ran out of time. Could have played this one all day, and I think it would have been a one-goal margin.
A galaxy of stars on this field. Players for an age. A game for all time, Kirk.
Unbelievable. Thank you, lacrosse, for giving us 2021. Coach Tiffany, that was amazing. You won a national title in 2019 behind Alex Rode. He did it again. What does he mean to this team?
Yeah, I mean, Alex Rode is, he is a fantastic goalie every day. The rest of the country just gets to see it mostly in April and May. He steps up big. Now, you know, it's funny, I just hugged him. He's like, we won a national championship and I sucked. I was like, no, you were solid. He wants to make 15 to 20 saves a game, and he thinks he should make more saves. But they're too talented. I'm like, Maryland, they just bring so much good heat. What an incredible job by Matt Moore stepping up here today. You know, Connor Schellenberger is showing he can dictate an offense and run an offense from behind the goal, sweep up top. You know, the amount of offense we scored today. It's Coach Kerwin. He's an incredible offense coordinator.
Let's talk about that offense, because Maryland was holding teams under 10 goals per game, and you scored 17. What specifically did you see on tape that you thought you could capitalize?
Well, again, we were surprised about how physical they were early. And so our first couple goals were off the PD transition. And so we got to get longer dodges. We got to get outside the box and get some running starts before they get their hands on us, because they're so strong in this short 60 minutes. And then, and just with our invert dodging, see if we could get a little more space before, because we're kind of used to maybe just a quick little move and get our hands free, and that wasn't working today. So Sean Cohen got them expanded, and then took advantage of where their short sticks were with cutters by Peyton Cormier, and then obviously Schellenberger and Matt Moore, you know, are two guys, and we know how good McCarr and Grill are, but they stepped up huge today.
I saw you pregame during the anthem. You had a tear in your eye. Winning a national championship is one thing. Winning another national championship on Memorial Day. Describe those emotions.
Yeah, they really are, because as I talked about the other day, that lacrosse is an incredible preparation for life, and we learned that from the Native Americans. I learned that from the Onondaga people. And, you know, and here we are on Memorial Day. The Native Americans learned it to be hunters, to be better men, but also warriors. And here we are celebrating the warriors who didn't come home, right? And it's amazing that the courage of all those people who did that for us, so we can talk about lacrosse games and have this fantastic 17-16 game. And I'm just moved by that. It's incredible, like, how fortunate we are to have our armed services and all the men and women who protect us.
National champions again. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Paul.
Quint, Virginia's postseason began after a 3-week layoff. They finished the regular season at 3 weeks until their first NCAA tournament game. Trailed in the fourth quarter against Bryant. Came back to win. Blew out Georgetown, survived North Carolina, and they survived Maryland. This is how it ended. Maryland needing a goal to tie.
Virginia's defense stayed at home. Weirman, who was spectacular in the second half, takes that shot from about 7 yards, and Alex Rode makes the body stop. Two-time NCAA champion. He's got 2 rings now. Just holds his ground and makes a late reaction. And Virginia cleans it up.
You think of the great goalies to come through Virginia. Kip Turner, who's on staff. Adam Gittleman. Tillman Johnson. All of them won championships. Alex Rode has won 2.
Yeah, Rodney Ruhlman, Peter Sheehan came close. Undefeated season, no more. An incredible year for Maryland, kings of the Big Ten. who took every punch in this tournament. They went out to Notre Dame, made no complaints, got it done. Superb win in the semis. They just run out of time today.
They got the look. Luke Weirman had the shot.
We've seen the joy, we've seen the emotion this year. There's been no year like this, Anish, for these young athletes. And for every team to get through this season, those lessons, the discipline, the sacrifice, dealing with isolation, trying to form relationships. If you made it through this season, you're set for life.